I'm Liam Kavanaugh, the Deputy CEO and Chief Operating Officer of Metro Water Recovery. Our organization's mission is to protect the region's health and environment by cleaning water and recovering resources. Our highest priority is protecting the health and safety of our employees and the public. One key to our success is our ability to partner with contractors, vendors, and visitors like you. Together, we can ensure that our operations are performed effectively, efficiently, and with the maximum regard for safety. We're proud of the significant number of resources that have been planned and implemented to ensure the safety of all. Please take the time to understand the information in this presentation. While this video covers the basic safety information related to our sites, it should not be considered a substitute for your own internal safety policies and procedures. Should you have any questions related to your safety while at Metro, please reach out to your designated Metro point of contact. Thank you.
The Northern Treatment Plant is approximately 91 acres and sites between Highway 85 and the South Platte River, and just north of Baseline Road, in Brighton, Colorado. The areas around the plant are accessible by the general public. In fact, the areas encourage public visitors. The visitor center is in the public area, but it is close to public access. We have one secure entrance to the plant off Baseline Road, which is open 24 hours per day and 7 days a week. Generally, when meeting a sponsor, you will proceed to the Facilities Support Building, or FSB, which is inside and to the right of the main entrance gate. The FSB is our primary staff building, which houses our control room and mechanic shop. Just north of FSB is our fleet maintenance building and other support buildings. The process areas are north of the support buildings. Security is critical at Metro Water Recovery for both the people on our site and to ensure we can continue to process wastewater. At the entrance, be sure to stop at the guard shack and present your acceptable form of government-issued identification. If you intend to drive on Metro property, you must present a valid driver's license. Driving will be prohibited without this. Be sure you know who your sponsor or point of contact is before coming on site. They will need to add you to the security visitor calendar before you arrive. If you are not on the list, entry could be significantly delayed or denied. All individuals entering must be issued a badge. Different badges are provided based on duration and the type of work or activity you're doing. Most work that is scheduled in advance will have badges made at the main Denver plant and available for pickup with the NTP security officer.
If you are approaching from the turn onto Baseline Road from Highway 85, the Northern Treatment Plant will be on your right-hand side. As you approach the guard shack, take note of the signage. This is a secure site. All vehicles are subject to search. You must have an acceptable form of identification in order to enter the plant. This may be your Metro temporary badge if arranged previously, or your personal identification. Stop at the gate and present this to the security officer. After verifying you are on the visitor's log, the security office will direct you to the FSB building, which is the first building on the right as you pass through the gate. Once parked, go inside to the front desk. This is where you will get your badge. After badging, you will meet your sponsor at a designated location. At our plant, there are numerous wastewater treatment stages and equipment that may have hazards associated with them. This includes large wastewater tanks that treat wastewater solids, open aeration basins and clarifiers, many pumps, pipes, and gas lines, bulk chemical tanks, maintenance shop areas, ultraviolet treatment, laboratory and sampling work, and heavy equipment usage. Each of these areas has potential hazards such as exposure to wastewater, exposure to chemicals, moving parts and equipment, and working on elevated areas. It takes a lot of coordination and attention to ensure everyone stays safe and productive in our constant operation and maintenance of this plant. To control these hazards, Metro Water Recovery has implemented a dynamic safety system with a vast number of programs and guidance documents, including personal protective equipment, confined space entry, hot work, lockout tagout, and many others. Our facility is a non-smoking facility due to the nature of our processes. We have a lot of specific signage that warns of hazards at our facility, including electrical hazards, non-potable water sources, and loud work areas. Understand these signs and maintain overall situational awareness in your work and what is going on around you. We provide personal protective equipment to our employees due to the hazards that exist on site, and we fully expect that you will wear the required PPE as well. It is important to note that at a minimum, safety glasses and closed-toed shoes are required in all process areas, and construction-based PPE is required in all construction areas. Large projects should have signage that indicates these requirements. It is expected that your organization has the necessary safety programs and training to address the potential hazards of your intended work, including fall protection. Your sponsor can provide information on additional safety precautions for the area you will be working in. Only authorized individuals are permitted in the process areas, where the wastewater treatment is performed. It is critical for your safety and the safety of others that you only access areas where your work is located. If your work could affect the safety of others, such as an open excavation, or sparks from grinding, it is expected that you to warn others of the hazard by appropriately barricading, or by marking your work areas that could be unsafe to any passerby, with controls like construction fencing, physical barricades or, in some cases, danger or caution tape. When using caution tape, the areas marked off will have a low-level hazard but entry by other personnel is permitted. Danger tape is only used to mark high hazards and when entrance to the area is not permitted without proper permission or training. The taped area must be tagged with contact information. Even if work is not being conducted in the area, always practice good housekeeping to keep an organized and a safe work area.
Individuals must follow Metro Water Recovery safety standards and any OSHA standards that apply to their organization for the type of work performed. All contractors must have safety data sheets for the chemicals they use and have them immediately available on site. All chemical containers, including secondary containers, must be properly labeled at all times, per OSHA requirements. Construction laydown areas must be clearly marked and barricaded. Work areas should be identified with fencing and/or signage. Specific requirements will be identified in construction meetings. Metro may request a copy of any SDS for a chemical being used or stored. In the event of any motor vehicle accident, injury, or near miss that involves Metro property or Metro employees, report it immediately to your sponsor. They will communicate this to both the control room and our plant safety personnel. Most incidents will need to be fully investigated. Metro has contractor, visitor, and vendor safety manuals available that highlight these expectations. In the event of an emergency on site, various methods are used to notify personnel. Metro employees carry radios. Be sure to report emergencies on Channel 1 on your radio. Typically, only employees will be issued radios. Additionally, NTP has digital readout boards located throughout the plant. In the event of an emergency, these readouts will indicate the nature of the emergency. To draw attention to these readouts, messaging is accompanied by flashing amber strobes and sirens. We also subscribe to a mass notification system. This allows us to send mass text messages to all cell phone numbers in our constantly updated database. Primary contractor contacts can be added to this system. Communication procedures must be established with your sponsors so that all personnel are aware of emergency notifications when broadcast. Metro Water Recovery at NTP does not have a public announcement system at this time to broadcast emergency directions. Instead, strobes and horns provide visual and audible warning to leave an area. The building alarms pictured indicate a hazardous environment inside the building. Do not enter if the red light is flashing. With our location on the Front Range and the possibility for severe weather, tornado shelters are designated on the plant. Direction to seek shelter is provided through a radio announcement or through our mass notification messaging system. All contractors, visitors, vendors and employees are required to seek shelter if directed. Review your work area and/or talk to your sponsor to identify these shelter areas. All shelters are identified with signage shown on this page. Safety equipment such as emergency eye wash, emergency showers, and fire extinguishers are available for emergency use only. Activation of the eye wash and shower equipment sends an alarm to operations who will immediately investigate it. To ensure the safety of all personnel, it is critical that hallways and other paths to emergency exits are kept clear and immediate access to all safety and emergency equipment is maintained.
Our roadways are used by tractor-trailers, heavy equipment, passenger vehicles, electric carts, bicycles and pedestrians. Main Street has a maximum speed limit of 25 miles per hour. And the entrance to the plant and all side streets are a maximum of 15 miles per hour. Your sponsor will provide information on parking areas. With limited parking in the process areas and the need to maintain clear thoroughfare access, only company-signed or authorized work vehicles may be parked in process areas or next to your work project. Adequate passenger parking is provided adjacent to personnel buildings and contractor staging areas. If transporting materials that extend beyond a lane width, or can swing into another lane, or partially block your vision, an escort vehicle must be used on any roadways. As a best practice, it is heavily encouraged that all drivers of both company and personal vehicles pull through or back into parking spaces. For your safety and the safety of others, please follow all street signs and be sure to walk on our sidewalks and use the crosswalks. With a lot of people walking around and a variety of vehicles being driven, please take your time, follow traffic rules, and watch out for others. Do not switch lanes to pass a cart unless the driver of the cart acknowledges you and indicates it is safe to pass.
Thank you for taking the time to watch this safety orientation video. Remember that our full contractor, visitor, and vendor safety manuals are available on our website and through your sponsor. Be sure to reach out to your sponsor with any questions or concerns. Be sure to fill out the acknowledgement form for this training, located on the same webpage where you found this video. We will verify this acknowledgement before issuing you a badge. We look forward to working with you.